Morning. How are you feeling, Pete, today?
Feel great. Still playing hockey, Game 7. It doesn't get any better than this.
Is there a special feeling like when you wake up in the morning, you know?
Oh, sure. I mean, these are the games you play for, your whole life. It's what you, when you start as a kid, obviously as a player, I don't think as a kid, I dreamt of coaching in Game 7. That wasn't my dream, but, to be involved in a Game 7, that's the juice that we do this for.
Regardless of your record in Game 7s, what do you take away from just the sheer number of Game 7s you've been involved in?
Yeah, there's a lot of them there. When I first started talking about it, maybe last year in the playoffs, I was trying to go through the memory bank of all of them, and you know what? They were all so different, so many different situations on the road, at home, overtime, double overtime. I just obviously great memories. I mean, I don't have any bad ones, and I'm not looking to have any. So let's keep that going the right direction.
Hey, can you walk us through the decision with Miro Heiskanen? 20 years ago, a player might just say, "I'm in, don't ask any questions." The game has changed.
Yeah,
there's a lot of different people involved. Like what does it entail in a moment like this?
Well, I mean, there's really no decision. It's not a player's decision. There's medical people involved. People have to sign off on things. He had a serious knee surgery. If he does play in the near future here, he's going to be pushing the deadlines of that were given to him when the surgery was initially given. So. Listen, we're not going to put him at risk for further damage, and doctors aren't going to sign off on that either. So there's really no discussion on this. I mean, he's close. He looks. I know from where you guys are sitting. Oh, I see him out there. He's practicing. He's doing this, but that's different than jumping into a full contact Game 7 hockey game.
Does it surprise you at all that the only two series to go to 7 games are the Central Division series? And has the division prepared you for moments like this?
Yeah. No, you know what? I'm probably not surprised. I think I said it before the playoffs started. I believe we had 500-point teams in the Central Division. I think Minnesota and St. Louis are both 100-point teams if different circumstances led to them not getting 100 points. But, I believe they're 100-point teams. So, toughest division in hockey, and I think you have to approach it like if you can find a way to claw your way out of it, I think you'll be better for it.
With Jason Robertson being out there skating today, is part of that just the timing of his recovery? That's the next step, or is part of it's Game 7 and that's just a little extra?
No, it's just his recovery. He's with the group. That's the next step for him, incorporating with our group, and that's our group. That's not playing.
Same lineup tonight.
Same lineup. Yeah.
Just off of that, I think there's only been 3 guys in this whole series who played after Game 1. Like normally in a 7-game series, there's guys going in and out. It just feels like the lineups have been almost exactly the same for every game. Is it?
I'll be honest with you. We don't have a lot of options up front. I mean, we put Bork in for a game. We have some options on D, but I've liked how our D have played. I've liked particularly Bichel and Petrovic. I think they've done a really good job.
Just fishing here, but how well do you know Daryl Sutter? Like if you cross,
I know Daryl really well.
Yeah, I mean the reason I ask, he's 8-3 in Game 7s,
Yeah.
right? That's the record.
Yeah.
Like, how much have you compared notes over the years, or not necessarily in Game 7, but?
No, if you know Daryl, there's not a lot of note comparing. You know what? I actually got to know Daryl. Brent Sutter and I coached a World Junior team one year. 2005, we won a gold medal in North Dakota. It was maybe the best World Junior team of all time in Canada. And we're in Calgary for summer camp, and Brent said he wanted to bring Daryl in. Daryl was, I think, GM coach in Calgary at the time, to be a guest coach for the summer development camp. And, the summer development camp, there's some intensity to it, but it's still summer summer hockey, all the guys know each other. Well, Daryl came in, and I mean, he walked into the dressing room. You'd have thought it was Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final. I mean, these kids were just like, what, just peeling the paint off the walls in the middle of July in a summer development camp. So, I'm not. I've seen. I think Daryl and I have different approaches. I'm not sure I could pull that off.
We've seen a lot of passionate coaching displays on the benches of some of the other series in this round. You've always talked about being calm is really important so it doesn't bleed into the group. Is that especially the case in a Game 7?
Yeah, I think the players are it's human nature. They're amped up, they're fired up. I think composure is a big part of our job, when they're there, when they're in that space. So, I believe in that. I'm not sure, that everybody else does, and I'm not sure, that's right for everybody. But I've always felt that's a part of our role when the temperature gets like it does in a game like this.
You guys have also played in the Game 7 the past few years, I think, consecutively. Does that help just prepare, especially a younger player, for all the nerves that can come up or the emotions that can come up?
Yeah, we've got some great experience in that room, and we've got guys that know how to approach us, but so do they. I think, listen, it's this is a saw-off, and I think I've said this before. I'm proud of our group that we're here. You can say whatever you want about how we finished, but you take two of the best players out of any team in the lineup this time of year. I look at Scheifele out in Winnipeg. You're a different team with one key guy out, never mind two. And our guys didn't use it as an excuse. They came out and they battled and scratched and clawed, and we've got a chance to advance tonight.
What makes the difference tonight, in your opinion?
Well, you know what? The margins are small. I don't know. Like, it might be goaltending. It might be special teams. It might be a big goal from a fourth line guy. It might be your big guys being your best players, or all the above. I mean, that's the beauty of hockey. We won't know till 11 o'clock tonight.
How do you feel when you wake up in a morning like this?
I feel great. Just excited for the opportunity, and we've all been working for this all year, and it's been a long journey to get to this point. And as a player, there's not much more that you could want than Game 7 at home against a great team. So,
Game 6, you had one of the best games I've ever seen a goalie have, and you gave up 5 goals. How do you process a game like that?
It's goaltending for you in a nutshell. So just take the good and forget about the bad. So I felt like I've done a lot of great stuff this series, and I think if I play my best game tonight, we'll have a good chance to win.
How much does experience help you? I saw the other day, I think you hit Game 50 in the playoffs at 26 or whatever. I mean, that's impressive. And then you build on that, and you've been in Game 7s before.
Yeah, for sure. I think just, I try to just go about it like, what more could you want as a player? Like, this is, 10 years from now when I'm sitting on my couch watching these Game 7s, I'm going to be thinking about, this moment. So just trying to enjoy every single second, have fun, and, I can't control every little thing, and I just want to, at the end when the buzzer sounds, I want to be proud of my effort and leave it all on the ice and see where the chips fall.
Technically speaking, do you see anything in the previous 6 games that allow you to see what they're trying to do or what their players want to do? Do you scout that at all with video?
Yeah, 29 and 8 are really good, so watch out for them.
Good
And
scouting report?
watch out for them. And I think us as a group, we know, like I said after last game, like the 3 games we've won, we've done things a certain way, and the 3 games we've lost, we haven't. So it's up to us to play the way we need to play to beat these guys. And obviously, if you give them rush and stuff like that, they're as dangerous as they get. So we all know what we need to do, and now it's time to go execute.
So many goalies in this league won't even talk on a regular season game, but you seem so calm and easy about this. What is it about your mental makeup?
I was just sitting here and you guys came over, so it wasn't my call.
A lot of goalies would tell us to go screw it.
Yeah, it doesn't really bother me. I mean, the game's not for 10 hours, so just try to be laid back, and then when puck drops, it's go time.
Is that a mindset, and even when you're playing, do you just kind of have that laid back, or do you get more tense once the game's actually going?
I think both. I think there's like a fine line. I've played in these games before, and just try to when the guys look down in our end, hopefully they can see me and think, hey, like, we got a great goalie, feel confident about it. He looks calm, so we should be too.
Just what's it like as you get ready for a Game 7?
Yeah, trying to treat it as a normal game. Do your preparation as you always do, and trying to come up with a little jump here.
Have you had anything previously in other leagues at all that have compared to this?
No,
like this.
no. There's nothing like a Game 7 in the Stanley Cup playoff. So it's really cool. So I'll try to enjoy it as well.
What's it been like? So we always talk about, you're playing McKinnon in a big playoff series, and when you were younger watching on TV, you probably thought, but then when you're on the ice, is there that realization, or you just play hockey?
I mean, you notice them when they're out there. You try to stay a little bit extra detailed, don't give them any room, of course. But it's when you're in the game, it's not as, I think it's more like the game I was watching on the side. I'm more nervous for those games.
When you're not in the game.
Yeah, exactly. So
something to play in games.
Yeah, for sure.
Defensively, what have you learned this year? Obviously, your role's a little bit different than it was in the AHL, but it seems like after 90 games, it's been quite a journey to get to this place where you are right now.
Yeah. I mean, we get a lot of PK time, D-zone draws, and we try to just execute our job, and every play matters, especially here in the playoffs. Like all the details matter, like a face-off or like a hold-up or blocked shot. So you're just trying to focus on your job at the moment.
Does your brain get focused with your line mates now? Do you kind of know where they're going to be and what they're going to do? Because you've had a lot of experience with those guys.
Yeah, I mean, we've been a couple guys rotating, but pretty much the same guys, and we play the same style or try to play the same style every game for the whole season. So, I mean, now we kind of know what we get from each other and what to do, what works.
How late is the Beck family staying up in Sweden to watch Game 7?
Yeah, I think tonight, especially on a Saturday, they're gonna put the alarm, get up, and watch.
Is it 3 a.m.? What's the time change? Do you know?
Yeah, it's 7 hours, so it's 2, right? Yeah, a lot of the games have been even more late, so I think mom and dad kind of woken up and watched like the third period, before they head off to work. So no, it's cool that it's on a